So I've managed to arrange it so I get to sit down, and I don't have to talk very much. So bonus. So here's the thing. So let's treat this like a case study. I'm following a business professor, so I'm thinking all businessy now. So we'll treat this like a case study. Okay, here's the case study. Someone comes to you and says, okay, you got a spot to make some music. What are you going to do? Okay, so here I am. I play the cello. So what I could do to start with is some really, really good music for just cello alone. And it's by a guy named Johann Sebastian Bach. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He's pretty awesome. One of the things, mostly you'll recognize this one I'm going to do because it gets played by psychopaths a lot in Marvel Comics. So every time there's a psychopath in a Marvel comic, you hear someone playing solo Bach because apparently that's what they do now. Here, this is how it goes. Thank you. Yes. So someone offers me a spot to play some music. This is cool. All right, great. There we go. I'm gonna get this. So I could do that for like an hour, and it's very pleasant. And I do love playing Bach, and I'll play Bach for hours in my basement. But maybe an hour of listening to me play Bach just by my cello, maybe that's a bit much. Well, you can decide that for yourselves. So what are my options? Well, the other option is I could grab some technology, and technology could help me make new textures, could help me make new sounds, make interest. So someone invites me to make some music. They want me to play a concert. They want me to write some music for a movie. I'll grab some technology, and I'll do it myself. And it would go a little something like this. So a little bit of technology, you know, I get to do it by myself, right? It's like there's cool stuff going on, and it's all me. I mean, what are some of the benefits? So this little part, this is the really short, talky part, is you know, just a little bit of a on the other hand. Okay, so I do it by myself. What are some of the positives? Well, first thing is I get to do what I want. I get to have control, and who doesn't love control? Control is awesome. It means I get to, you know, the thing that I want to do happens, which is cool. On the other hand, what if the thing that I can do isn't as good as it could be, you know? So I do the thing by myself, great, I get to do the thing I want to do. How about there's other people out there and they're doing stuff that's just as cool as what I can do and maybe even a little bit better? And so that's the on the other hand of that one. So I have control, but it begins and it ends with me. And that's, you know, that's the on the other hand on that one. The other one, okay, here's one. There's lots of business people here today, so I'm going to talk about business. No. So if I do it by myself, I get to keep all the money. So if I do a gig, they're going to offer me some money to play a thing. I do it by myself, I keep all the money. Here's the on the other hand. There's actually a little saying, and it doesn't really apply to money, but in this case it kind of does. It says, if you want to run fast, run alone. If you want to run far, run together. This is an interesting thing because, yeah, okay, so here's a gig, someone offers me a job, I go play it by myself, I get all the money. However, as musicians, this is something that everyone's going to learn, people who are going off to music school, and I've seen a bunch of you here tonight, which is great. It's a community. It is competitive, and, you know, we always want to be, you know, we want to make ourselves better, we want to be better than the other person who's doing the thing we do, but it really is a community. And so if I do a thing by myself, I keep all the money, then that's putting a really strong fence around my future potential for doing cool stuff. And when I do something with someone else, I get to share that space with them, I get to share their ideas, I get to share all the things, and if I share a little bit of money with them now, then somewhere down the road they're going to say, oh yeah, I did this cool thing with Ben, now I'm going to call him up and we can do another cool thing together, and the fence gets a lot bigger of all the stuff that we can do together. So that's money, but it's not really money. But it is money, but it's not money. Yes. This is a big one, and this is hard for those of you who are not necessarily musicians. You're all musicians. I know you're all musicians, but those of you who aren't necessarily musicians might not understand this. But we don't necessarily. If I do this by myself, all the attention's on me, right? So you're all looking at me. Believe it or not, I hate that. It's something that is really difficult for me. So some of my life I have to do it. Some of the jobs that I do, people have to look at me, and I take that on because it's important that I do it. But a lot of the time, I just find it a lot better if I can share that attention with someone else. So if I can do some work, some really creative work, give it to someone else, and they can be the face of it. And that attention is another on the other hand that I really deal with when I'm doing music. And just a couple other things that don't really have an on the other hand. When you're working by yourself, it's good. I enjoy working by myself, but when I get to work with other people, that's where I sort of get my joy. I get my support. I feel energized. I feel like other people are helping me along the way. And so doing stuff with other people, there's something beyond any sort of tangible benefit that you can get by taking the thing that I could do by myself and spreading it around so we can all do it together. I'm gonna close up with a really simple little song that I wrote last night, or it's not really a song, it's just a little part of a song, and I want you guys to sing it with me. I know this is actually really cool because Zoe talked about leaning in, and I know as soon as I said sing along with me, half of you leaned out. But I want you all to lean in here just a little bit, and we're gonna make it real painless for you. We're not even gonna sing any words. We're not gonna get you to sing out. And if you want to, you can close your eyes or look at the ceiling while we're doing this. But I just want you to hum a little bit, okay? So the first part, we're gonna split into two different parts here. This is gonna be part one, and that's gonna be part A. No, this is part one. This is part two. And we're gonna have, yeah. So the first part, it's real simple, and we're just gonna do it together, and it'll sound really cool. So this side, hum with me. Don't hum so anybody can hear you. Just hum and we'll hum together. So it goes. Let's try that together, real quiet. There, it's happening. That's going. It's happening. Do it. Keep. Don't let anybody hear you. That's awesome. Keep that going. In this side, we're going to join in just a second. This side, we're going to go. Let's do it real quiet. Let's just keep that going. And this side is still going. And someone joining in is awesome. Good, that's the first part. And the second part just goes, and we're going to start with this side now. It goes. Try that with me. Real quiet. And this side's gonna, good, that's good. This side goes. Let's try it together. Let's go back to the first part, right? Let's see if you can remember how the other part goes. So. And this side joins in. Let's keep it going. And.